Hey students, I wanted to give you an overview of how McGraw-Hill Connect works. McGraw-Hill Connect is the homework manager that we're going to use in this class. So instead of buying a book, you're actually purchasing access to our homework manager Connect, which contains the ebook for this class. So once you get into Blackboard, you're going to need to register your Connect account. So in our Blackboard class, just come over to the left and click on Assignment tab. Move me. Going to click on Assignments, scroll down, and open up Chapter 1. And then let's just open up any assignment really, but the first one's going to work. So you're going to click on your first assignment, and then it's going to have you register or create your account. If you've already used Connect in another class, then it probably is going to recognize your name and your email and everything. If you're new to Connect, you're going to fill all that information out. Just make sure you pick an email. In case you get locked out of your account, then they'll email you a password reset. So choose an email that you'll remember and a password, and then it'll take you into your first assignment. So the first assignment that you're going to do for every chapter is the Smart Book. Instead of sitting down and reading the chapter from start to end, the Smart Book is going to quiz you over the major concepts. And if you don't know the answers, then it's going to take you to that place in the book for you to look it up and then answer it. So that's how that's going to work. So I want you to do the Smart Book as the first activity for every chapter, and it's going to be listed first. It's also in your assignment sheet. So for Chapter 1 Smart Book, we're just going to click on it. And again, mine's going to look a little different since I'm an instructor. I'm going to try to launch it in Student View. Okay, so when you open it up, it's going to tell you the due date, how much time you have remaining, and the concepts that you have remaining. Once you start it, you can answer a few questions, exit, come back at any time, and it's going to bring you back here and tell you how many concepts you've completed and how much estimated time you have left. This might take you maybe an hour, hour and a half at first, but you'll get it down to an hour or less normally once you get the hang of it. Okay, and then you can select, do you just want to read the textbook or do you want to go straight to answering the questions? And I always suggest just go straight into the questions. Okay, so let's click on that. Okay, so you're going to click on the questions. It's going to just start you off with, it could be a fill in the blank, it could be multiple choice, it could be true and false. Okay, so you're just going to read the question, and if you want, you can take a guess. I'm not even reading this, but you can guess, and you can tell if you're highly confident, kind of confident, or low, you have really no idea, you're just guessing. And it'll tell you, oh, I got that one correct. Okay, lucky guess. So I got that one correct. I'll go to the next question. Okay, so this is fill in the blank. So you'll read the question. If you know the answer, you'll type it in. If you don't, you can go to click on Read About Concept, and that will take you directly to the place in the chapter, and it actually even highlights it for you. And you just read that little highlighted area, and that's going to give you the answer. You go click the blue button back to question, and then you're ready to just type in the answer to that question. Okay, so if I'm highly confident it's correct, it also gives you the correct answer if you got it right or wrong. Okay, and go to next. Okay, and you'll notice up at the top, it is going to tell you how many concepts you've completed. Now, just because you get a question right doesn't mean that you necessarily now have one less concept. Usually there's 2 or 3 various questions about one particular concept, and then it'll take you and give you credit, if you will, for that concept. Okay, so that's how your Smart Book's going to work. Again, you can exit at any time and come back when you get done with all your concepts. It will ask you to submit it, and then that's when you'll get full credit. Okay, so I'm just going to exit. And I believe as a student, it takes you directly back into your Blackboard assignment folder for Chapter 1. Okay. Now, as you complete assignments in Connect, it automatically uploads to your, or syncs with your Blackboard gradebook. Okay, so you can always check your Blackboard gradebook. And then after you submit your SmartBook, you've got it all done, you'll see 10 out of 10 in your Blackboard gradebook. Okay, so you're going to have a various amount of assignments for each chapter. I went through, there were probably 30 or so for each chapter. I chose the ones that I really wanted you to do, that I thought were most relevant. I know this looks like a lot. Don't freak out. They're very short, and the SmartBook's going to be the longest activity, and the rest of them honestly will go really quickly. Okay, so I'm just going to show you an example of each of the different assignments that you might see. So this next one is a See It video case study, and I've gone ahead and opened these so they'll go a little quicker for my video. Okay, but when you click on that See It case study, just read what it says. You're going to have a very short, these are like 1 minute, 2 minute long, little, kind of like little mini lectures. Okay, and then usually you'll have 1 or 2, this one looks like 3 multiple choice questions. So watch the video, answer it. You can, up here on the right, click on check my work. It tells me I got it wrong. So I can return to question, and then I can answer it again. I'm not even reading these, so I have no idea what the answer is. Okay, you're going to check your work, and that one's right. Okay, so now I'm ready to go to the next question. So there is absolutely no reason that you shouldn't get 100% on all of these activities, because you can keep doing them all until you get 100%. When you are done, you can save and exit and come back and complete it later. And then when you're done, you're going to hit submit it to Blackboard. Okay, so you're going to see in your list, there's a couple of I See It videos that are going to work the same. There's a click and drag activity. Okay, so the click and drag, again, read. This one happens to be about supply and demand, a really important concept. Okay, so read through it, and then you're just going to drag the, in this case, the particular one to the right place on the graph. So it's wanting you to know which one's the price axis, quantity, the equilibrium point. So you're going to learn about that in your SmartBook. Okay, you're going to check your work. Hopefully I got those all right. Oh, I didn't. Okay, so if you don't get them right, you can return to question. Kind of read, I got those 2 wrong. Do it, check your work again. In this case, there's just 1 question. So you're going to do that, check your work until you get it right, and then you're going to submit that. Okay, next, you've got another I See It video. You've got a worksheet. So to do the worksheets, again, just read what it says. In this case, you've got, it looks like 8 different multiple choice questions. So again, in your SmartBook, you would have learned already about these. So that's why I want you to do the SmartBook first. But then you're going to learn, you're going to read this, and is the auto industry an example of a perfect competition, monopoly, oligopoly, or monopolistic competition? Okay. Again, you can go back to your ebook if you need to look that up if you're not sure, or you can exit, go back and look it up and come back later. So that's how the worksheets work. You have got a matching activity in here. Okay, so the matching, pretty similar to the drag and drops. Read about it. It looks like we have 5 different options. So you're going to read about this and tell, is that, which of these 5 environmental factors is it? Is it social, competitive, technological, legal, global? Okay, so that's how those matching work. It looks like we've got a video case study. Okay, so the video case study, again, it's very similar to those I See It videos. They're just a little longer. In this case, it's talking about Grubhub. I think this video is about 4 or 5 minutes. No, 5 minutes. They're pretty good videos. Okay. So you're going to stop that, watch that video in entirety, and then you're going to have, it looks like 5 different multiple choice questions. So again, watch the video, answer that question. You can check your work, make sure you get it right, and then down at the bottom, go to the next question, answer all 5 of those, and then submit that. And then in most of the chapters, you have a little mini simulation, and they're called the application-based activities, or ABAs, that I refer to in your assignment sheet. Not all chapters have these, but most of them do. So you're going to click on that, and I want you to do that last. Click on this application-based activity, and it's going to open up and look, I believe, similar to this. So this is the first chapter one. In this case, it's kind of testing you, if you will, or questioning you about your understanding of economics that you learned about in chapter one. So read what this simulation is about. In this case, it's in the form of an interview. So you're going to hit begin. It has you pick, kind of name your player, pick a avatar. And then there are two interviewers in this simulation, Ben and Elise. We're going to hit play. And then over here on the left, you're just going to read through that. You're going to hit continue, keep reading, and then they're going to ask you some interview questions. And you're going to pick the correct answer, or your best option anyway, that you think. So you're going to choose, and then you'll be able to see based on their response back to you if you got that right, or kind of right, or if you answered it correctly. So you're going to work through that, and then it's going to go ahead and score you on your familiarity with economic systems and the business cycle. Okay, you can look at your score. Again, if you don't do well on this activity, you can redo it as many times as you want until you get it 100%. And you can, looks like down here, you can go full screen. Okay, and then once you work through all of those, then you will submit that. So that's going to be how all of your assignments work and connect for the most part. So again, don't get overwhelmed. It's very user-friendly. As long as you're using a reliable, fast internet connection, I recommend Firefox or Chrome. Connect works very well. And like I said, it does sync with your Blackboard gradebook. So I hope you enjoy our online class. If you have any questions, please email me at any time.